Hey everyone, my name is Sid Pace, your secret admirer, your dream girl, and your crush. Today's guest is a local celebrity, our first lady, Mia!
Woo!
Woo! Madam President, it's an honor to have you.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy you're here. So me and Mia, let's back it up a little bit. Actually, we haven't backed up anything because we haven't started. So to start, me and Mia met in, what is it? Like student government. Yeah. I was student leadership, student government. And I was activities vice president. And Mia, what were you?
I was on the clubs and orgs team, and I forgot the exact name, which is kind of bad. But I was just on the team.
She was on the team.
Yeah, there I was.
She was important. She carried that team on her back.
Oh my gosh.
And from there, just kind of turned into a friendship, mainly like bonding over leadership for things at first, and then just kind of finding where we fit in life. If like you were trying to find where you were in school, and same here, because all my friends had just graduated, and so I'm like, I need new friends. And luckily, Mia was there to provide good friendship.
Hey.
So Mia said, "Hey, where do I apply?"
Yeah. I need friends too.
So that's kind of how we became friends. To introduce yourself, Mia, what is like the starter pack to Mia? Like, what would you say like your three things that people must know about you?
For sure. I think the first one would be I'm from Las Vegas, so I'm not originally from Utah. Mm-hmm. I'm about to turn 21 next week. Oh my gosh!
To the bars!
New experience. And then last one, something goofy, and you can kind of see it on my shirt, is I'm obsessed with the Beatles. So definitely an old heart. And yeah, just obsessed with them. I feel like that type of music is just what keeps me going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I can see that.
Thanks.
I think it fits your vibe.
Thank you.
Like old-hearted.
Mm-hmm.
You're an old woman.
Yes. 21 already, you know what I'm saying.
Get this girl a cane.
No, literally.
What's like your favorite song from the Beatles?
My favorite song, yes, is Yesterday by the Beatles, but Paul
Good
McCartney
one.
sings it. And, so good. It's a slow song, but it's so funny because the origination from that song was about scrambled eggs.
Really?
And yeah, he like sang it in the, like he had the tune in his head and all he wanted to do was sing about scrambled eggs. And then he was like, oh, I actually need some real lyrics. And then it turned into like a really sad, like, oh my goodness, like I'm depressed now song.
Right.
But I love it. So yeah.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah. Well, hit me up if you need Beatles lore because I have it all.
Okay, noted. What surprised you the most from when you moved from Las Vegas to Utah? Because I'm sure there was like some culture shock.
Oh,
I don't know.
Definitely. It wasn't super crazy. When I moved up here, I was like, wow, there's so many bees. I was like, there's so many. And I'm allergic to bees. So I remember the first week I moved up here, I was living at the Weaver State dorms. Mm-hmm. And I was like moving my mini fridge because had to have the dorm mini fridge.
Yeah, it's gotta stock up.
No, literally. And I just remember looking at this like purple bush and there was like 1,000 bees in it and I was like, oh, hello. And everyone's like, yeah, that's not in Vegas. And I'm like, no, like what? And
they don't really have bees there?
Well, there are, but not that many.
Okay, I was like, wait,
I found
what?
out we were called the Beehive State, but then someone told me it wasn't because of the bees, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just like scratch that. Literally, I was
that's
like,
what I thought. Is it
so
not?
too. No, my friend said like it was like a historical type thing. So
interesting. Okay.
that's the tea, I guess.
Thank you for sharing the tea about my home state.
But that and then the mountains, they were so green. In Vegas, the mountains are very like, well, we're the desert, so it's dry, it's rocky.
Yeah.
Going on hikes, you barely see any greenery. So being able to see like vibrant green, I generally thought that was fake. So really just a gorgeous state in general. But yeah, there was that culture shock too, though.
I bet. Yeah, it's really pretty. Sometimes I forget like how beautiful the mountains are. And because I lived in California for a little bit, and then when I came back, I was like, oh, these are literally gigantic. And I'm like, wait, they're so pretty. Yeah, so I get you. Growing up in Vegas, like, what kind of teenager were you? Were you like, always did your homework, leader of the group projects? Who was me as a teenager?
I was definitely a rule follower.
Yes!
I was the type of kid that was like, if I had one missing assignment, I was like repenting to the Lord because I was like, no, I'm gonna fail. I'm a failure. failure. Like, what the heck is wrong with me? So no, I would say I was definitely like that outgoing girl though in like middle school and high school, like just trying to like find ways to fit in. And I can definitely see myself now looking back and I'm like, dang, why was I like that? Like, what the heck? But yeah, super outgoing, always doing her assignments. Like I was a valedictorian in our business program in Vegas. So I was like, wow, go me. And now I'm over here in college, like, okay, I'm okay with a B. Not a C yet, not yet.
No, don't get there.
No, just a B. So, but I was more of definitely that type of gal.
Yeah, I feel like that in high school when I look back, I'm like, oh, I should have like took more risks. Is that right?
Yeah.
Taking more risks.
Yeah.
And I should have done that, but instead I was like always doing my homework and like making sure everything, which I don't know. That's good too.
Yeah.
And now we got into college, so it's okay.
Risks are scary.
They really are. I'll take the safe route any day. Yeah. And then I'll regret it for like 2 seconds and then move on with my life.
No, literally that.
So like you said, you were trying to figure out like where you fit in. Did you do like clubs and stuff in high school or junior high or anything like that?
That was the one thing. I was always super worried about getting involved because to me that was a risk back then. So I just did what like made me comfortable, and around high school, like that was when COVID happened. So I really only had 2 solid years of high school that wasn't like ruined by COVID. But even then it's like 1.5 technically. But my last year I decided to do something called FBLA, which was Future Business Leaders of America. And wow, that was legit. Like, look at me go. I was competing.
Businesswoman.
Yeah, I was competing and doing all these things. And I remember I went to nationals one year and I was like, I'm gonna win. I literally was like, I got this in the back. No workload. No. I didn't even like make finals or anything. And
I love the confidence.
I was like, though. Okay, humbled. Like, I was like, wow, that's news to me because I like won for like state level, like one competition. I got first place in, and it was job interview.
Awesome.
And I remember, I was like, wow, like look at me.
Look at you.
Yeah, so that was a super fun experience, and that definitely like bridged my gap from like, okay, I can get involved. Like, this is not that bad. Like, take risk. And I remember I got involved with my leadership team with an FBLA. Okay. So I was the vice president of membership.
Ooh, watch
getting
out.
people to join and all those things. I literally felt like a recruiter, but in high school, going around the lunch tables, being like, you want to join the best club here? And people would look at me like I'm psycho, but it was so much fun. But yeah, it was great.
I love that. I feel like one, I didn't know any of that lore, so thank you for sharing. And 2, I feel like you just kind of need that like little glimpse of what being involved is, and then it like gets you, and then you're like, hey, I need to be involved wherever I go, you know?
Exactly
The
risks matter.
It matters. Wow, I'm gonna take more risks starting tomorrow.
Me too.
Okay.
Call me when you do.
I will. So when you moved here, did you feel like it affect like your ability to find like your confidence or your self like identity at first? And like what advice would you give somebody who's maybe trying to figure that out for themselves?
Yeah, great question. Definitely when I moved up here, I was really nervous, but part of me was like, okay, a fresh start. Yeah. Like I can be a whole new version of myself. And like at first, you know, I thought, okay, I'm gonna be completely different. I'm not gonna be super outgoing like I was. I'm not gonna scare people away.
Go up to them at the lunch counter.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna be like, do you know what FBLA is? No. But I moved in, and I think the biggest scare for me when I got here was the ability to make friends, especially in college, because I remember my first day of school, and like I sat with a bunch of people, and I was that girl that was like, hey, like, what's your name? And these people would look at me like I'm some psychopath, like, why are you talking to me? And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what college is. And
like,
so
we don't make friends here or what?
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, this is news to me, because normally in high school it's easier to make friends because you see the people every single day. Yeah. And this is like more semester based, and like when you're done with class, you're done with class. Like you're not staying back and like having a good time. Like you're dipping to your next thing. And for me, I only had 1 class a day. And so that was a huge shock for me, especially going through college where I went to like my 9 a.m. class, got done, and then that was it. Yeah. And I was like, okay, what now? And I remember sitting in my dorm room, and my roommate, she already lived in Ogden, and she already knew what she was doing with her life. Like she had it going, she had her friends. And she lived in Ogden, but she was still like living in the dorms. Okay. And so I never saw her. And so I was like, okay, this is news to me. And luckily, like, my boyfriend, he moved here as well. And so we really confided in each other of, like, figuring things out. And it wasn't until later on where I met Neff, who was involved with WSUSA.
Yes.
And he's like, you should do this. And I was like, okay, here's me taking a risk. And I did it, and it changed everything. I remember going to my first event, and I met Evan Gale on your team.
Yes, I
go
love
A team.
Go A team.
And I remember he looked at me and he goes, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Oh, someone like me."
Yeah,
like, yay.
We can talk about this.
Yeah, and I remember it was like a hypnotist event. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I did.
But he like told me to sit with like all of you guys, and I remember I sat with all of you guys at Neff, and I was like, okay, I think I found my group. And that really boosted up my confidence. So again, like, I really think that when you go into college or in a new space, really take advantage of every moment, you know, like, don't look back and say, okay, like, this is really bad right now. Have a positive mindset, because your moment will come, and it takes you to apply that.
Yeah. Wait, I love that.
Thank you.
That's so good. I didn't know you were going to come in here with this heat. That's amazing. Like you said, like, you were used to, like, being friends with people and, like, hey, what's your name? And then you kind of got, like, some weird looks, because that's just how people are sometimes.
Yeah.
But then you find the people that connect with you on how you like to become friends and stuff like that.
For sure.
And I think it's, I don't know, it's kind of scary to be outgoing, but you never know, like, by your actions, how it will affect other people.
No, truly.
Like Evan did with you, and now here we are.
And now he's like the best person ever.
Yes.
Look at him, ambassador president.
Yeah.
Go Evan.
Go Evan.
Shout out.
So speaking of school, because school starts here in a couple weeks, and you're walking into the school year as student body president.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. First of all, congrats.
Thank you.
And you're just going to be the perfect president. That's all I know. What are you most excited about, and what made you want to do leadership? Like, how did you kind of touched on it, but like your year in clubs and orgs and then deciding to be president, like, what was that process like, deciding to be president or run for, I guess?
For sure. So I started off as a member in clubs and orgs, and then I ran for executive vice president, which everyone was like, whoa, she's like going for that, because that was Senate, and that was so random. Apparently people that are senators normally run for it. But then I just ran, because I was like, you know what? This could be fun.
Yeah,
and
why not?
So, and that year was definitely a really difficult year. Like, I think just like all the VPs like were so different. To me, I was like, you know what? I'm not done with this yet. Like, I felt like I haven't fully left my legacy here, and I'm not fulfilled yet. I'm really not. From that moment, when I decided I was going to run for president, I was so nervous, because all my friends were leaving, you know. I was like, and I was the only person that ran that was going to be a returner for the next year.
Gotcha.
So I was like, wow, I'm going into, like, if I win, like, I'm going to be going into like a brand new year with like no one, like, this is brand new.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. So I ran and I won, and I was super excited. But I ran on the platform of fostering action through leadership, because, again, like, I truly think that students have a hard time knowing how to get involved, and again, like, making friends and having the college experience. So when I met with the new VP team, we talked about what the theme of the year was going to be, and we decided the theme was the We Were We Want. And I was like all excited, because we're embracing the college experience for everyone. And I thought more about like why I ran. And to me, like, the college experience means so many different things to different people. So why not make that experience happen for those people and help them learn how to gauge that? So, so it's going to be a really great year. I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for all the activities, and I'm excited to meet new people and learn about their stories, because their stories do make up why Weber State is Weber State. So definitely showcase that, and, you know, learn about student concerns and how we can make their experience the best possible.
I love that.
Go Weber State.
Go Weber State. I love the theme that you all settled with, like the Weber We Want. That's what makes Weber so special, is it's very focused on what the students need and how they can provide it to be like easy access for them. My first year in college, I was like, I didn't want to be involved, and I didn't know what I could do to like elevate my experience at Weber State. And then once you're involved, I feel like then you can kind of see those options. So it's awesome that like you and your leadership team are taking the options to the students instead of like them like waiting around to figure it out. It's like you're showing them what there is right there at their front door, you know?
Right.
And so I think students need that, and it's awesome that you're going in that direction, and it'll be easier for them to access.
Yeah.
I love.
Go Weber State again.
Go Weber State.
Yay!
Bleed purple. Oh my goodness. Sorry, this is kind of a little bit all over the place.
No, I love it.
But before school starts, what has your summer been? Like, what have you been up to? I understand that you've been living your best life, going to like on planes to places, turning 21.
Literally.
So how's your summer been like with your leadership meetings along with just like regular life?
Yeah, so I feel like summer is happening, but I'm working so much that I'm like, oh, am I summering? You know, like that was like the biggest question. I'm like, am I doing it? And I look at like kind of my summer and I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing so much that, yeah, I guess I am doing this. It's been super great. I'm taking 2 summer classes right now online, getting those done. I ended up switching my major to political science. So I'm officially just a political science galley with a minor in marketing. So that's been really fun.
That is fun.
So just focusing on like my education, and then back to like the fun side. I've been on a couple trips. I got to go to Disneyland. So that was really fun. A very spontaneous trip. Kaden and I last minute were like, let's go to Disneyland. And I was like, okay.
Why not?
And I didn't know Breeze existed with the Ogden Airport. So I was like, okay, cheap plane tickets. And then on top of that, just the Disney tickets weren't that bad. So I was like, let's go. And of course we went during high school grad night.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, amazing. You're in the high school. I was like, wow, I'm back. This is the experience I wanted.
Yes.
And so it definitely was so much fun, and it brought back so many childhood memories. But I was like, wow, I'm an adult now, and I'm here, and the castle looks so small. And I was like, no, stop it with that mindset. So, but that was the first trip I went on. Super fun.
I love that.
Came back home, had a lot of different retreats. My VP team, we went to Salt Lake City and had like our all VP retreat, and so that was super fun. We like went in this giant cabin in Salt Lake City, and low key it was kind of scary. Like there were so many rooms and so many bears, like bear heads everywhere, wooden creatures, so many doors. Like the amount of doors that were in this place was terrifying.
And there's not that many of you, so it's like
so I was like, okay. And the funny thing within our team is we're all girls and then one boy.
Yeah.
So it's Lawrence and then the rest of us, and so but he's like one of the girls, so we had a great time. But we like went in the hot tub, but like there were no lights outside, so we were just like in the pitch black in this like hot tub. So that was terrifying. And I remember I was like, okay, everyone go find all the doors and windows. We're locking everything because we were like in the middle of nowhere. So I was like, this is terrifying. But anyways, so that was fun. Got no sleep, but it was great.
But it was fun.
Yeah, so it was super fun. We did an escape room also, which was really great. I haven't done one of those in a while. And like kind of watching like a big group do that, especially like your new friends, so like VPs, and like watching how all of them operate was so funny.
Yeah.
So shout out to all of them. We got out within like 2 seconds, and so we did it. And then recently I went to Washington DC.
Yes.
And that was so cool.
That's
I'm
amazing.
definitely not an East Coast girl.
Oh no! Why?
I saw my first city rat, which was insane. It was so big, and we went when it was super rainy, and it was for a leadership conference. So again, like just something fun, like just something for myself. It wasn't with like Weber State or anything.
Yeah.
So that was really, really, really fun. I got to see monuments, and I just slowly realized, wow, like politics side, I definitely wanted to go more state level.
Yeah. No.
I don't want to do like the whole, because I got to see the White House and everything, but I was like, wow, this is it. Like,
this is it.
Which is crazy because some people love it there. And for me, I was like, my hair is so frizzy and gross. It's so humid out here.
Yeah.
But it was like, the conference was amazing. I learned a lot about how to be a great leader and how to really work with a team. So diverse, and you know, in general, like how to move forward with these leadership aspirations. And then last trip I just recently went on was Chicago, and this trip was life-changing. Like seriously,
Tell us.
Probably like the best trip I've ever been on. Granted, it didn't like go, it wasn't everyone's favorite cup of tea trip, but for me, like for someone that is so like outgoing, I would say, and like loves meeting new people, totally up my alley. And this was like a 9 to 9 intensive. Like you stay in dorms, you stay at this retreat place. It is intense. Like you share communal bathrooms, like the whole experience.
Wow, amazing.
And so it was really fun, but like seriously, like the conference was 9 to 9, like 9 a.m. like 8 a.m. was breakfast, and then you're going all day until 9 p.m. And I remember it was a short conference, so there was only like 40 people there, and I met people from all over in different universities, and they weren't just student student government people. They were people in like Greek life or in clubs, or and there were people from Vegas, and I was like, oh my gosh, my home people. I was super excited to see all of them, and I didn't know any of them, but I was like, hey, I'm from Vegas, and
let's be friends for life.
Yeah. And so I met a lot of cool people, but it was super cool because they really did put us outside our comfort zones and like kind of forced us to be vulnerable. And I haven't been in a position where I felt like I could be vulnerable, and I cried a lot and I don't cry often, so that was definitely like just a wow experience of like meeting all these people and like all of us being vulnerable together and learning how to have hard like conversations and like we role played a lot. Like it was like, if you're in this situation, what are you going to do and how are you going to be successful? So really intense things, and they put us through like really high stress situations too, even though they were fun. They were like games. But really it started making me think, what is my vision for my life? What are my values, and how am I going to use those towards my leadership aspirations? So truly like just a really awesome conference, and now I'm back.
She's back.
I'm back. So yeah.
Wow, that's like a 10 out of 10 summer.
Seriously, it was great.
Booked and busy.
No,
also.
seriously. Had a great time.
Was that your first time in DC?
Yes.
Okay.
First time in DC.
Saw a rat.
The
whole thing.
The city rat. Love him. His name's George.
Oh, George. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah, me too.
That's cool. I think it's cool that you're so willing to put yourself in those positions, because they are uncomfortable. Like anytime I had to role play, like a little bit of me just cringe inside because I'm like, I don't really like this. Like I'll figure it out when I get there. But then like by you putting yourself in these positions, like will help you be like a better leader in the future, because you're like already have an idea of what you like want to say, what you stand for, all the things.
No, exactly.
Wow.
That. Love it.
If you had to pick your favorite part or favorite memory of the summer, what would you say it was?
Oh, that's a good one. There's been so many awesome memories this summer. I think honestly I'm gonna go back to the Chicago trip. We had to meet in family clusters, it was called.
Very cute.
And we were basically like, we were bridged off, and we had to come up with like a team chant and like our team name, and there was like 11 of us, and our group was called the Variety Pack. And super fun because they're like, we're all different, so let's like utilize that. So what is that? A variety pack. And so we had a really fun chant, and but this group like truly like was a one in a lifetime group where I look at them and I'm like, man, I just made so many awesome friends, and I'll never forget like the stories they told, because one of the things that we had to do was tell our life story. And that's so difficult, and for like so many reasons, but I learned that I'm not alone, and I think that's such a powerful statement, because I feel like a lot of people say you're not alone, but until you like truly see it for yourself, you're like, oh, I believe it now. So that would be like my core memory of the summer.
That's a good memory to take away, I think. Along with leadership and everything that you've been learning, do you feel like there's been things that you've learned and things you've had to unlearn about how like you view success in yourself and as a team?
Yeah, for sure. I think the definition of like success and failure mean completely different things, and I didn't know that, so that's definitely something I had to like relearn for myself of what is my definition of success and what is my definition of failure. And on top of that, is failure the same thing as a mistake? So these are all things that I'm like slowly learning for myself, because one of the things I got super vulnerable about with my group was that I'm scared to fail them. Like I'm scared of like not being a good student body president, or like being their outlet for things, or like being a trustworthy person. And to me, like I automatically failed if I got to that point. And so my group was like, you're not going to fail us. You're not going to do that. And I'm like, you don't know that. Only because like I will try my best not to, but like things can happen so fast. And I learned that last year, that like trust is seriously such a valuable thing. And without it, like you don't have a team. And so that was definitely like a really stressful, like pressuring point for me, where, okay, I'm scared to fail. And my advisor, Tara, shout out to Tara, she would always ask me like, well, what is your definition of failing? Because mine is completely different for you. And so definitely had to like relearn what my definition is, and I'm still learning it, because I can't even tell you right now what the definition of failing is, because
I won't ask.
I'm like, I still don't know, but all I know is all I know is it's okay to make mistakes, even though like they can be minor, they can be big, they can be like life experiences that change you and like hold this guilt inside of you, but truly at the end of the day, like if you're a good person, you're a good person. So so that's something. No, I love that. I think also you kind of learn like as you, I don't know, something I've learned like growing up
in like now having a job and graduating and all that stuff is everyone's just like doing their best, and most of the time they're all faking it till they make it, you know? And so just like learning and understanding like first with yourself that it's okay to make mistakes, but like you're trying your best and like kind of redefining what success means and failure, because it's different for everybody.
It is.
It's important.
Yeah, for real.
Do you feel like there's a difference between being productive and being fulfilled?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I don't know, so that's why I thought I would ask.
My crush is putting me on my toes right now.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I think so, because I know there's some people that do have jobs and are being super productive throughout their days, but are so unhappy.
Right.
And like you can see it. It's like if someone's really not enjoying that 9 to 5, or like really just not enjoying what they're doing, then they're not fulfilling themselves truly. They're being productive and they're getting the job done and making that money, but like what's matter is like the happiness behind it. And you know, that's something that I'm slowly learning too, like what I want to do after college. And you know, because student government's just like one part of my life, and it's consumed a couple years now, and but what's my next steps, and will I feel fulfilled, you know? So
yeah, I love that answer. That was so real. Thank you. Like you got to be happy first, and then the productiveness will come later. So I love that. Okay.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. I know you said you didn't know how to like describe failure, but like if you had to define like success for you right now, what would it be, and how has that like definition changed over the years?
Yeah. So I like to think about success as like celebrating the small things. I think that's super important, because as humans, like it's super easy for us to be hard on ourselves, truly. So if you look at like little successes, I think that's important. And a definition, again, is super hard. Right. I think just when you think about success, think about your core values, and a lot of mine have to do with like achievement and you know, and my education, family, friends, and all those things. And if I'm truly like fulfilling my values as a human being and being open and honest and transparent, to me that's successful. So internally that's what's success, but like when it comes to like doing things, I think again, it's just like the ideology of being happy. So that's success to me.
I love that. It's all about that quality over quantity.
Heck yeah.
That's a good definition. How do you feel like being involved in school has benefited you? We kind of talked about it, like starting in high school, you joined FBLA, right?
Yeah, you did it.
FBLA. And that kind of like gave you a little sneak peek of what being involved is. So since then, like how has that like benefited your college experience?
Yeah, I think if I weren't to have gotten involved, especially in WSUSA, I don't think I would have had the college experience I wanted. I remember like as a first generation college student, I kind of went into this of, okay, I don't know how to college, and I don't think anyone knows how to college.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and I think like we're still learning as we go, but we always have this idea in our head, and we like daydream about it of like, I remember as a kid, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait for college. I don't even know what it is, but I've seen some movies and I'm excited for it. But like my idea was like, man, I really just want to be in a level where I'm doing things every week, and I found a community of people that I feel like understand like the same things I understand and want the same things. Like I've never been to the Weber River until I met some friends who were like, hey, you want to go to the Weber River? And I was like, oh. And I met all these people through getting involved on campus. Because again, like it's so hard to make friends. It really is. Especially as an adult. Like, oh, so hard. Like really difficult, especially outside of college. Like I think about it and I'm like, well, what if I move from Utah? What would happen? Yeah. And you know, I think like nowadays we should normalize like more involvement things outside of being an adult, like outside of college. But anyways, back to college. It really just has transformed my ability to like be confident in myself too, that like there is a positive outlook after things, because I went into this being like, oh gosh, what did I sign myself up for? Like this is crazy. Just moved here, like what are you gonna do? What am I gonna do next? And I'm gonna eat at the dining hall every day, I guess. Like okay, I'm gonna sit alone. But no, like getting involved was like the best decision I've ever made, because not only did it help with like the financial burden of college, but it also helped me meet my community, like I've mentioned before, and all the free food at all the events. So like, hey, win-win-win. Win-win-win. Yeah, you just gotta
take the little risk of being involved and find like where you fit. Like there's so many opportunities in college that I think not a lot of students really know about.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you got to do your own research. It's not going to come to you, but once you've like figure out what you like, the doors are always open for you to like be a part of something.
She's spinning bars.
What do you do to help you feel like the most authentically you? Like, because you have so much on your plate. You're doing so much. You're like, there's homework, work. You have to manage a team. You have to answer people's concerns. Like, how do you find the time to feel like the most you? And what do you do?
Something that I learned a lot from last year was I need to take some quality time for myself and romanticize like being with myself. And with that said, like I just started a new journey. I've been doing Pilates.
You're a Pilates girl?
Yes, I'm a Pilates girl. And
I want to do that.
Oh my gosh, come with me.
Okay.
It's so fun.
I will.
So I started going to Pilates and I go every morning, and it's just been like life-changing that having that for myself, because at the time for me, I started therapy.
Whoa.
I remember like when we first met, I was like, I'm not doing therapy. I don't need it. And I remember like you and Emily and a couple other people were like, you're signing up. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. And
I will die on the hill. Therapy is so good.
And that's really been awesome because, again, like being within myself. And, you know, I think like a lot of people like bottle up until they explode, and to me, like, I don't want to get to that point.
No.
I just want to sip on the Diet Coke. I don't want it to explode in my face.
I like that.
So therapy, Pilates, and just like also taking some time for myself, like having a cheat day every once in a while, like playing pickleball with my friends, like going to like the river, not always talking about work, because I tend to do that a lot because I'm just so passionate about it. But you know, giving myself time and grace to just be within myself, and also keep finding what I love to do, because I feel like hobbies are so hard to find. And I didn't grow up doing sports or anything, so I'm like, should I try ice skating? Like, there's things that I'm like, I just want to try everything and just do things. But something I'm giving myself grace about is starting to invite people to do things. Because I normally like wait for people to invite me, but no, I'm gonna start the functions.
She's like,
I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna be like, do you want to come to this picnic with me? Like, do you want to go painting? Like, there's things that I'm like, man, I really want to do these things. But I always like, I love to have a friend with me, you know? So it's always fun. So
always fun.
Sid, like, you ready for the new adventures?
I am.
It's gonna be great. Okay,
my notifications are on for anything you need.
Sounds good.
Having like that thing that is just yours, so important, because you know, we have to care about so many things in our life that it's important to care for ourselves.
For sure.
And so Pilates, maybe I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, come with me.
I took a class. It was like a free trial class.
Okay.
It was so hard, but I loved it. Do you go Monday through Friday?
Yeah. Well, sometimes I try to do 2 break days just because like my body gets sore.
No, yeah, it's hard.
So sometimes I'll go on the weekends if I'm just like, I have 2 busy days where I'm like, I'm gonna like let myself sleep in, because also that's super important. Like, let your body sleep in. You deserve it. True. So it just depends, but I'll just like book classes. But my favorite one is called Cardio Sculpt. It's so hard, but oh my gosh, it feels so good at the end. And then the worst part is there's a Baskin Robbins right next door to the place I go, and I'm like,
sweet treat.
No, I'm like, should I not? And I have, but
and yes, you deserve it.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you for kind of unpacking all of your thoughts about being Madam President. So, I'm so excited for you, and I think you're going to be a great leader, and what makes a great leader is someone who's just willing to try and listen to other people. So,
thank you.
You already got
learned
that.
It from you?
I don't know. I learned it from someone else. Just, you know. And so, we're going to also get to know you a little more. Just like a fun... Not a lot of questions, so don't be stressed.
Cool.
I don't know if you're stressed. I'm stressed.
No.
Okay. Then no, I'm not stressed. So Mia, who is your celebrity crush right now?
Okay. Right now, and it's been my celebrity crush for a couple years now.
Okay.
And it's someone that nobody knows. His name is Robbie Burke, and he is a oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. But anyways, he is a part of this like Beatles impersonator show.
Okay.
Because, you know, they're all kind of dead. And well, 2 are alive, but they're super old. And, you know, they just want to keep the Beatle experience going. And he used to like perform in Vegas as George Harrison.
Okay.
Like, so fake George Harrison, but like doing his thing. And wow, I was in love with him. Like, truly, like I was like, I'm going to marry him.
Mia.
He went to Spring Valley High School in Vegas. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not that far away.
Right.
Well, he's engaged engaged and married now, and so that's depressing.
That's heartbreaking.
But anyways, I'm seeing him live in on August 11th, the day before my birthday.
Yes!
And I'm like, wow, because he sent me a video on my 16th birthday,
No.
and I'm turning 21, and I'm like, hey.
Wait, have him send you a video for 21.
Low key, everyone's like, you should DM him, and I was like, stop, like that's so creepy. Because he's gotten more famous. But like the funny thing is, like when he's in his like costume and stuff, that's when I'm like, oh, I love you. And when he's like not, I'm like, oh,
when he's
hey,
normal, we're not attracted to him when he's normal.
Like I'm definitely like, okay, like that's okay, like that's all right, like. Where did your hair go? Like,
so the Beatles like love really runs deep, and she'll take impersonators.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, so that's,
I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna go look him up.
Okay.
Or you can show
Sounds
me a picture
good.
of him.
You can look me up. What the heck?
Okay. Next question is, what is the last thing that you Googled?
Oh,
let's be honest. What is it?
Well, gotta look. Oh, okay. This is also funny. Spotify. And the reason why I Googled it was because my Spotify premium canceled. No. And I totally forgot because my credit card information got stolen. Oh! So that's been an adventure recently.
Yeah,
and so that's been an adventure. And my card was on there. And I forgot that I, like, canceled the card because, information got stolen.
Right.
And, my premium failed, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I'm wanting to listen to my jams, and you're putting me back on, like, normal with ads? Like,
not the ads.
No. So I had to look it up and, like, re-get my subscription and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, but I did that today. Yeah.
Congrats. You have it back, though.
Yeah.
Yay! Everything's fine. Everything's good.
Sponsor me.
Sponsor her. I love Spotify. I don't know how people do Apple Music.
I'm sorry, but Apple Music is not it.
It's not. It's a red
really
flag.
Not. It is.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, I'd even say it's like a little beige flag, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, because Caden, my boyfriend, he has Apple Music, and I'm like, okay, well, I still like you, so.
Yeah, his personality outweighed the Spotify.
I guess.
Not having.
Yeah.
That made zero sense. What is, like, your secret talent? Like,
oh, gosh.
If you had to get up on stage and be like, perform, and, like, only knowing about it for like a minute or two, what'd you do?
I'd probably just yap, low-key, like.
Your secret talent is yapping.
Yeah, like, give me a topic and I can go all impromptu and do the thing and, get a little laugh here and there maybe. So maybe like comedy.
Stand-up comedian?
Like, yeah. But
that's what you can do after school.
Yeah.
After college.
I'll go. Yeah, for sure I'll do that. Sign me up.
On the strip.
Weber's Got Talent. I'll do that,
Please.
That's the plan.
Do you have like a topic that's like so easy for you to like yap about? Probably the Beatles, or like do you have something else?
Ooh, yeah, I think like also I guess my secret talent is like knowing so many Beatles facts because like a game that we like to play in my family is they'll play like 5 seconds of a Beatles song and I can guess it automatically.
I love that.
And it's super embarrassing when I don't get it and I get super mad at myself and then I go study even harder.
She studies.
Try hard.
That's how I am with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It's like if I don't know that in 5 seconds, I'm like, I'm not even a fan.
Yeah.
Okay, my last question for you is, what is something or someone that you're crushing on right now? Like, it doesn't have to be a literal crush, but, this is the Your Crush podcast, so I want to know who your crush is.
Okay, so I think, like, something that I'm, like, obsessing over and, like, what I'm really crushing on is, like, Netflix movies. But they're, like, originals. This is, I don't know if you've heard of this one, but it's like this new animated movie called K-pop like Demon Hunters, and that sounds so weird. Anyone that hasn't watched it, like, I was the same way. Like, Kaden turned it on and I was like, what are we watching? Like, hello, like, I'm not about to watch this K-pop Demon Hunter movie. Like, hello. I was hooked. So you need to watch that tonight.
Okay.
So I'm crushing over it right now because I'm like, wow, like, animation is so beautiful and their music, I was like, oh, like a new like side quest of mine. So yeah, so my Spotify literally has the album going, which is like crazy because I'm like bopping to it, and so I'm crushing over that, but like crushing over like really good movies. Like Happy Gilmore 2 just came out.
Yep.
I didn't even see the first one, but I'm like, I'm gonna sit down with my popcorn and watch a movie on my couch. Yeah, it's been great.
And you picked the second one instead of the first one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel like I need, because I haven't seen, well, I've seen like half of the first one.
Okay.
Do I need to finish the half
No.
before I start? Okay.
Just go to the second one because there's so many cameos, and I think Travis Kelce's in it.
He is.
Yeah, I know you're a Taylor Swift galley, so.
How'd you know that?
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, no, I do be yapping about her. So.
Yeah, just a tad.
Yeah, just
You did the Taylor Swift class, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Yeah,
course.
duh. So,
Duh.
yeah, I would watch that and then the movie I just said. So,
Yeah.
so many options.
Okay. Wow, we really unpacked so many things.
We really did.
Do you have anything else you feel like you need to say?
Oh gosh, no, just thank you for having me.
Yes.
This was so much fun. And
Thank you for being on
I
it.
think like it's super cool that you're promoting a sense of like belonging as young adults, just because again, like it's super hard to, you know, find where you are even after college. So go you, continue doing you, and everyone support my favorite crush because this is my crush.
Hey, Mia, you're the best. We talked about like leadership and then just like kind of finding that self-confidence, putting yourself first, and you know, Googling Spotify because we got our card stuff stolen. No, but thank you for being on your crush. I hope everyone can find a crush like Mia with the, what is it? K-pop demon
Oh
hunter?
gosh, yeah.
What is it?
Everyone go watch K-pop Demon
Yeah, go watch
Hunters.
it. Go find a crush
Heck
because life's boring without a crush.
No, seriously.
Period. Okay. Well, love ya. Bye.
Bye.